50 of those times occur in the book of Revelation itself. So it's a gathering place for information about heaven. But what's interesting is that it is not usually called heaven. The Bible uses all kinds of synonyms that represent heaven. I sat down in my study and began to work my way through, and here are some of the things I found. It's called the third heaven. It's called God's dwelling place, the dwelling place of the Most High. Heaven is called in some places the temple, another paradise, my Father's house, simply a place, a kingdom, glory, the throne, a better country, a perfect tabernacle not made with hands, unapproachable light, at home with the Lord, the things above, our adoption, the redemption of our body. Finally, these beautiful terms that appear not only here in 21:1, but over in 2 Peter 2:13, a new heaven and a new earth. Contrary to popular opinions, and by the way, popular opinions about heaven are almost always wrong, we're not going to be caught up on a cloud strumming a harp, sprouting wings, and looking silly as we are somewhere between land and space. Do you know that heaven in the future will be on solid ground? We're not going to wind up there. We're going to wind up on a place called New Earth. Look at the first verse of Revelation 21. John, you remember, all the way through the book, writes, I saw, and I saw, I heard. These first three verses begin like that. So it's something he sees passing in review in the first century, toward the end of it, and yet it's still beyond the 20th century when it will transpire. Maybe beyond the 21st. We don't know when it will dawn, when the Lord will come. So John, living at the end of the first century, is caught up in this apocalypsis, this unveiling, this revelation of God's plan, and now he comes to the climax as he sees a brand new atmosphere called the heavens and a brand new solid terrain called New Earth. It's important enough to mention that the word new is not a word for chronology, as in succession, or like unto the one before it. It isn't a new earth that's now a little like the old earth, but it's eternal, or a new atmosphere. This is brand new, fresh. This is a qualitative term. It's different in structure. It's different in appearance. It is different in atmosphere. It is completely, totally new. And John says, as he looks at this, the first earth and the first heaven have passed away. So they've been removed. We saw that when we dealt with the great white throne judgment at the end of chapter 20, and there was no place found for people to sit or to stand, if you will. They're simply suspended in space. So the old earth, the earth we know, and the old heavens, the atmosphere or the universe we're somewhat familiar with, that's all gone. So I ask